morning, Jonesboro. It is Monday, August the 8th, 2016. Okay, I know if for those of you who may follow us on Facebook or follow me, your girl could be a little pardon. You may notice that the post said for today we were supposed to have a guest from the American Red Cross, Miss Pamela Knapp-Carver. Unfortunately, she's not here, and I don't know where she is. I haven't heard from her. I've been trying to reach her, and I pray that all is well. So today is going to be an open forum. I need anyone that is listening to, please call in. Let's have a conversation. I'm not going to say about anything. Let's keep it PC, G-rated. We want to stay on the air. Please call in 870-277-1080. If there are any community announcements that need to be made known to the public, please call in, share those announcements. Anything that's upcoming, if you want to talk about the events that happened over the weekend, all the back to school drives, I would love to hear those. So please, someone give us a call. I don't know. This isn't for me. Mr. Cato wonders out and about handling business. I do hope he pops in real soon. So, phone line open 870-277-1080. I know there is a community forum tonight, and I apologize. I don't have the time and location right on hand. I've been waiting to hear back from the chief of police, Mr. Rick Elliott, to give information, or someone from the department to give me the information. If anyone knows the time and location of the community forum with the Jonesboro Police Department, please call in and give me that information. So, how was everyone's weekend? I feel like I'm just, at a loss right now. This is a first for me. So, I'm going to scroll through Facebook and see if I come across the events. I know there is an event that is going on August 13th that the chief of police did mention. I apologize, I don't have the location for that either. But it is going to be a back to school bash, cookout. They're going to be having free haircuts, backpacks. Just anything you can think of. So, if anyone has more information on the August 13th event, please contact me, 870-882, 870-277-1080. Okay. Oh my God, I'm like, I don't know.
Should we just skip to the next one?
Yes. Okay, so while I'm waiting on someone to call in to give me some community announcements, or until I find some, we're going to throw some music in here, even though this is not the norm for our show. So please stand by and enjoy the music.
Well, let me see. Where is the next?
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Cato Wonder, for calling in and giving us all of that great information. I hope that you all were able to actually get him through most of the static. I did find a few things that I can share with the community.
I have your guest.
Hi, Miss Pamela. Oh, praise the Lord, Miss Pamela finally. She did show up.
Now he's the hall for 10 minutes.
Oh, goodness.
Go ahead
Okay.
and put the headphones on.
Well,
Leave right into it.
while she's getting ready to come to the microphone, I do want to share just one announcement from the Hispanic Center.
You want me to make some?
They are having their groundbreaking ceremony, if I can see these letters, on Tuesday, August the 9th at 12 p.m. at the intersection of Kate and Van Dyne Street. For additional information, contact the Center for the Central Hispano in Jonesboro, and that's the Hispanic Center. They're getting ready to build a new facility, and they're having their groundbreaking ceremony. Thank you so much, Ms. Pamela.
I am so sorry.
That's okay. I was so flustered and blundering this morning. I'm like, okay, Lord, did I not follow up with you to make sure you were coming, or did you get lost? And so,
Well, I did have a little trip up getting here.
okay,
But I was out here and I kept seeing the red light,
okay.
so I wouldn't do anything, so I was just being very
I'm
quiet
so
up there.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I should have got here a little bit early, so I apologize.
Well, that's okay. Well, we have about 5 to 6 minutes before our first break, but before the break comes, I want you to please go ahead and tell the listeners, who you are, who you work for, and then just a little bit more background information about you.
Well, my name is Pam Knapp-Carver, and I'm the Executive Director of the American Red Cross serving Northeast Arkansas.
Okay.
And we cover 16 counties in Northeast Arkansas out of our Jonesboro office. I have been with the Red Cross for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been there for a little while. I started out as a volunteer in the swimming program and kind of worked my way up. I've done a little bit of all of it, from service to armed forces. I've taught CPR classes, and I've every little aspect of the American Red Cross. I've had my fingers in it, and then I ended with the executive director's office. So
That is
I'm
wonderful.
very blessed.
That is definitely a labor of love
Yes,
for you to
it is.
dedicate that much of your time to the organization.
Yes, I believe wholeheartedly in the organization and what we do every day in the community.
Okay, and so let's talk about, well, first, you said you started as a volunteer, and since I've been doing the show, Community Conversations, since I've been on the show, I try to stress to the community how important it is to volunteer with the various nonprofit organizations, because that's how they survive. They only get a little bit of money for operating expenses, and then the rest of it is volunteering.
That's right. That is absolutely right. The work that goes on at the American Red Cross is done by volunteers. We have currently 364 volunteers registered in our database that covers the 16 county area. We, the American Red Cross would respond to disasters. That's what everybody thinks of, if they're not thinking about blood.
Okay.
Everyone thinks a lot about giving blood. I walk into a room and they say, you're not sticking me. But disasters are the thing that a lot of people think of, and they don't realize that the biggest disaster we have are single-family fires or home fires.
Okay.
So whenever someone loses their home to disaster or to fire, we respond to it like it was any other disaster.
Okay.
And we make sure that they have their immediate needs met, that they have somewhere to go and food in their stomach and clothes on their back. And if they lost medicine, we make sure that they do, that they have that. And that's all done by volunteers.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Those volunteers are there, and it's awesome.
That is wonderful. So you must have some type of sign up where there are ones that agree to work the day shift or night shift or on call or something.
Yes, if you're interested in volunteering, you can get in touch with us at the office, and our number is 932-3212.
Okay.
Or go online to redcross.org/volunteer. And there is an application process to go through.
Okay.
And, you may not want to be a disaster volunteer.
Okay.
Maybe you want to work with military members.
Oh.
We're doing this project now called the Veterans Historical Project, that we are going out and recording stories of our veterans. and those stories are being uploaded to the Library of Congress to remain forever. So if you have someone in your family who served in the military and 10 years down the road, somebody wants to hear their story, they can go to the Library of Congress and pull up their video and see that. And I just think that is remarkable. We're getting a lot of videos of World War II veterans. We're losing 1,800 World War II veterans a day.
1,800
a day.
Oh my goodness.
And so we're going to, they're going to be gone. Unfortunately, they're going to be gone soon. And we don't have their stories recorded. And they have amazing stories to tell.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we're going to get ready to put a break, but I want to pick back up on this because I know a few, I don't know World War II vets, but I do know a few veterans just right here in our own community of Jonesboro. But this is not limited to just Jonesboro. This is worldwide, nationwide.
Nationwide, absolutely.
Alrighty. So get your questions, your comments ready. Call us at 870-277-1080. And we'll be right back with Community Conversations. Okay. Okay.
So, you enjoy that baptism by fire?
No, I literally was about to start crying. Like,
It's her
literally.
fault.
No. No,
I am so sorry. I was standing
Oh,
out
you're
here.
fine.
she's the one person that recognized the red light. Just what she
I was out there trying to be so quiet because the red light was on.
Well, I mean, this is a lesson you needed to learn because,
is.
they're going to be, sometimes,
I can't swim.
sometimes you're going to have a situation that gets maybe late or they just say, "Oh, I'm not
Well,
coming." And you got to, still got to get people to show, so.
It is a learning experience because this teaches me that I need to just have a backup, a list of backup stuff.
Yeah. But you see what I did? I just talked.
Because you know these facts, and it's like, okay.
Well, I was just thinking things in my head, I was thinking about reading about the mayor's race, and then when I was passing by Chancellor Hudson, now that was a news story. There's moving vans outside, so he's moving out of the house. Somebody that's going to eventually be the chancellor that's going to move into that house. That's going to be a news story. Even though Dr. Cooksey, I believe, is filling on an interim basis, but eventually they will hire a new permanent chancellor. And again, kind of like I was saying with the mayor thing, whoever the new chancellor is, it's going to affect everybody at Arkansas State University because he or she will set the tone. Will have a vision for where he or she wants to take the university. So these things do matter.
This is my in your face kind of like, not to say that I took this for granted, that everybody's going to show up, but yeah, this teaches me that I need to be more prepared, like with just some extra stuff, period. Like there's
Well, I mean,
so let's learn about it.
well, to be honest with you, I would rather have a guest no-show than equipment malfunction. That's the kind of stuff that puts me in a panic. I'm gonna tell you this DJ for later. Okay, I DJ off the laptop. When you DJ, you take your headphone output, you plug into your amp to play your music. Well, I was doing a high school. I guess for the people that's viewing on the live stream, you can get in on the story too. So I was doing a high school party at Osceola High School. Set up my equipment. I plug up the laptop. The headphone jack is broken. I'm 45 minutes from Jonesboro. I've got a camera, 2 kids ready to party, and I can't play music. What do you do? Well, this is what I did. I took the microphone. I said, "Okay, we're gonna have some equipment malfunctions tonight. Sound's not gonna be as loud or what you used to, but we're still gonna have a good time at the party." That laptop still got a speaker on it.
Okay.
I've got a microphone. So I took that microphone and I held it up against that little speaker on the laptop. It sounded like crap, but we got through the party. The kids danced. They had a good time. So you learn to adjust. Oh, shout out to everybody. I'll be on checking me out on midday tomorrow with Diana Davis. You can, yeah, she hit me up right when I got in the studio on Facebook. So yeah, you can announce that.
What were you talking about?
Lip sync battle and other KLK fundraisers and mom.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can get that plug in. So now that I've got you up good, by the time I get back home.
And do you know where and what time the community forum is tonight?
The one that Bishop, isn't that the one Bishop is doing?
Is it Florida Joy?
Look on their, pull up their Facebook
I
page.
did. It's not on there. And I sent a text message to Mr. Home call. He didn't respond.
I would have just called JPD, but I mean, you gotta, maybe when you go on your next, well, I'll call.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I got like 19. When you put your phone back on. And welcome back to Community Conversations. This is your girl, Pamela Harden. Yes, I fumbled the ball all across the field this morning, but hey, you know what? God is looking out for us today. Thank you for Kato Wonder for rescuing me and carrying me to the end zone, and thank you to my guest, Miss Pamela Knapp-Carver, or Pam, for coming in. She was actually outside and saw the red light on, so she was like, I don't want to make any noise, so I don't know.
We both learned something this morning.
Yes.
I'll ignore the red light next time.
Yes, just come on in. But this has taught me to, have a list of announcements and things prepared and don't just take this for granted because anything can happen. But like Mr. Cato Wonder said, I would rather have a guest not show up than equipment malfunction. So yeah, we're going to pray that never happens. But we're going to get right back into talking with Miss Pam concerning the American Red Cross. She works here at the Jonesboro location and she works with disaster services, but she does so much more. She is the director. We have a phone call, so good morning. Hi, Miss.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Well, no, I'm sorry, I can't give you that exact information right now, but what you can do is go online and to redcross.org and click on the training tab. And it will take you to not only classes in Jonesboro, but classes all in the area so that you can sign up online and get into one. It's called a blended learning, so that you take the class online and then an instructor will just test you on your skills. And a lot of people choose to do that now because you can do it in your own time frame. The class that if you take a full first aid and adult and infant CPR class, then you right. Well, you might want to go online to redcross.org. And up at the top, there's a tab that says training, and click on that, and it'll walk you through some steps. And you can click on the classes that you're wanting, and it will tell you where they're offered. Yes, ma'am. But if there is a next of kin, but we would ask that you have some kind of documentation showing that veteran did. Absolutely. Why don't, if you can write down our phone number, it's 932-3212, and ask to speak to someone. We get these stories recorded so that family members years to come can go back and hear what their grandfathers and their great-grandfathers or their uncles did during times of war. So we're trying to get as many of these recordings as we can. Right? Yes. That's absolutely. So we need to get your son's story too. Thank you, hon.
Thank you, Ms. Norma. Bye-bye. All right, thank you, Aunt Possible. I love Ms. Norma. She has a wonderful, wonderful spirit. So I'm sure whoever sits down with her to take the story of her dad and son would just be delighted as well.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, so you talked about this project is called the Veterans Historical Project. And these are vets, are they specifically for World War II or
Any veteran.
any veteran that has served in any war, served any time? Please consider sharing your stories, your documents. You will get the originals back, or do you make copies, or how do you?
We don't really, but you do not have to give us documentation. We can just sit down with you and do an interview. We record you like a family video,
Okay.
and we just talk to you about, well, we start off talking about you,
Okay.
you know, kind of like you did me this morning.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about you.
Okay.
So we want to know, you know, where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? What made you join the military? And then tell us about your story as you served our country.
Okay.
And so we don't have to have any documentation, but if you have some that you would like to share, it will be sent to the Library of Congress and they keep it there.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's talk about some more programs that the Red Cross has to offer. Like you said, some people think you're just about helping out in disasters or giving blood. Now, giving blood, though, that is a very, very important service that you provide.
Absolutely. And I would urge anyone, if you've never given before, it's really not too bad. And you're saving lives. So, and she's fixing to pull out her blood card here and show it to me.
Well, I'm kind of embarrassed because I haven't given in a while. I've gone through some illnesses personally, but I do have a volunteer
There you go.
blood donor card. And
I'm positive also, so we both need probably to leave here and go straight down to the donor center.
you know, what are the requirements though? Because I know even though the blood gets tested, or are there any, or you just take anyone who walks in the door?
Well, there is a questionnaire that they give you when you go in, and you go through there. You know, there are certain organizations, but there are certain restrictions for certain people.
Okay.
But most of the time, you're pretty good. If you've got a pretty good iron level and aren't anemic, then they're going to take your blood. And guys, it is so very important that we do that.
Now, what about people like me? I am a bad stick. Like my veins, they play hide and seek.
Oh.
So that, like, when I go to the hospital, the nurses are like, it takes about 2 to 3 nurses, about 5 sticks before they can actually get a good flow going. So
We would hope that the phlebotomist that gets a hold of you is an expert.
okay.
And we've got some pretty good ones out there. So
Okay.
I would hope that they would give you a good one. You just need to tell them up front. You know, I'm a challenging one. So
Okay.
I can be challenging also. And I always tell them, I said, you can always go for this arm because my left arm, because my right arm's kind of does what yours
Okay.
does. The veins try to hide.
Okay.
They'll find it.
Okay. Now, what are some other services that you do provide besides the disaster, the single, like the fire? What are some other things that you do?
You know, a couple of things that I'm very excited about are a couple of relatively new programs that we're doing. We are, I don't know if you know this or not, but 9 times every day someone dies from a home fire
Oh no.
in this country. So you think every 2.5 hours someone else died from a fire. And a lot of these deaths could be prevented if we made sure that everyone had smoke alarms in their homes.
So with that, do you partner with the fire department?
In some cases we do, but the American Red Cross is committed to reduce that number by 25%, and we're entering our 4th year into that commitment by installing smoke alarms in the homes of those who do not have it, and we're working on the most at-risk areas. We're looking at those areas where people may not be able to afford smoke alarms, or the elderly, and going in and working with our fire departments and other community organizations to go in, canvass the area, tell the folks we're going to be back 2 days from now with smoke alarms. If you want a smoke alarm, we'll be here, and we go back in and we spend a day installing. So I'm very excited about that because we know for a fact that we're saving lives. We have documented lives saved from this program. So we're hitting as many communities as we can.
Do you have an event? Do you have something planned coming that we can share with the community?
You know what? I think we do, but I didn't bring that date with me.
Okay.
So I'm going to get back with you on that.
Okay, please do.
You know, that's something that we always need volunteers to help us with because it's a labor-intensive event, but it's so needed. So we depend on volunteers to come and help us go in there and put those alarms in.
I remember about 10 years ago when I was working for a nonprofit agency, we used to partner with various other agencies. And at the time, now it's called Dimensions, but at the time it was called something else. Anyway, so we partnered with them and we did that same thing. We went to local residents. I remember we worked the west side of Jonesboro on this particular day. Knocked on the door, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm with whatever agency. Can we install a smoke alarm? And some people were like, no, I don't need one. They were kind of rude about it, but there were a lot of people who were very welcoming, and I think they really appreciate that service. So as soon as you get that information, please get it to us so that we can share with everyone. And I would love to see a lot of volunteers sign up. This is so needed. I know in the neighborhood that I live in, some people have a tendency, they'll take it down or take the batteries out because it goes off with the slightest, whiff of smoke. So, and it gets annoying, especially when it's up high.
And I'll tell you, I'm one of those people. I've had to, and I've tried so hard to be better because when I cook bacon in my kitchen, it never fails, that smoke alarm goes off, and I take it and I set it outside the door. And just last weekend, I left it outside the door.
Oh my goodness.
So I forgot to go take it back up. My dog let me know that the smoke alarm was still out there because he was carrying it around. So, I'm as guilty as anyone, but it's so important that everyone have one. And we're installing chimney alarms. And if you have a smoke alarm already, but the batteries are dead, we're going to put you some new batteries in it.
Okay.
So we even check the alarms that are in the home if you allow us to make sure that they're in good working order.
So there is no excuse for anyone not to have a working alarm. You heard it here, Ms. Pam from the American Red Cross Jonesboro area. They're offering a program where they're going to install a new smoke alarm, or change the batteries in your existing smoke alarm.
Yes.
So as soon as she gets us that information, I'll be posting it on the KLEK website, Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page. So please be on the lookout for that information. Okay, so what are some other things?
The pillowcase project.
Pillowcase project, okay.
We learned during Hurricane Katrina when folks were asked to evacuate New Orleans and southern Louisiana that many of them grabbed pillowcases and just put their stuff in it and left.
Oh wow.
And Disney partnered with the American Red Cross to do this program for children. So we're concentrating on 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and we go into the schools or their group. This summer we did a lot of libraries, and we talked to them about preparedness and the importance of being prepared for disaster. And we give them this pillowcase that has Disney characters on it. We have fabric markers, and they color the pillowcase. And all around the outside of the pillowcase, it says things you should put in there, like a light stick or a flashlight and a battery-operated radio.
Okay.
And water and some kind of maybe crackers or something like that. And it's all there. And so the kids take these home and start filling their pillowcases. We start them off with a whistle and a glow stick and a blanket. And then they take it home and they tell their parents about it. And this is another program that we have documentation where the kids are telling their parents. The alarm is going off. That means we go to a safe place.
Okay.
And they actually, excuse me, they take their parents and say, here we go, you know?
Okay.
So, you know, you get this information to the kids and they spread the word.
Okay.
And we're real excited about that program too.
You know, a few weeks ago, we had Mr. Jeff Presley of the E911 services, and we talked about emergency readiness, especially with the children. And he talked about how important it is to start teaching children early, at least for parents' name, your address, phone number, very vital information that can help in the case of an emergency. Do you all partner with the 911 service often, or?
You know, our disaster team works with the emergency operations centers for the county and the city all the time.
I mean, like when you all do different seminars or, you know, visit schools and things like that, you go together.
Well, not really on the pillowcase.
Okay.
But I'm sure they're aware of our pillowcase
Okay.
because our groups are in the same groups a lot
Yes.
for meetings and things. So we're all discussing what we're doing out in the
Okay.
community. So I'm sure they're aware of it, but they don't really go with us.
Okay. Now, where do you get the pillowcases from?
So we have volunteers.
So volunteers.
Volunteers
Okay.
who have gone through training on how to present this project, and they go out into the schools and present it to classrooms. Or like I said, this summer, you know, libraries do a lot of summer programs for kids.
Okay.
And we contacted a lot of the libraries in Northeast Arkansas, and our volunteers took those pillowcases and all that stuff that goes in them and went out to multitudes of libraries. And we've done several hundred pillowcases this summer with
Now,
kids.
Are they handmade or store-bought, or what do you prefer?
The pillowcases,
Mhm.
they're provided by Disney.
Oh, provided by Disney.
So
Wow.
they are our partner with this program.
That's wonderful.
And they've got the Disney characters printed on them, and so the kids get them, and they get to have fun by coloring these Disney characters on the pillowcase while we explain to them what they should do with it when they get it home.
So do you have a lineup or schedule already set for this upcoming school year?
They're working on it as we speak.
Okay. So parents, be on the lookout. Your 3rd through 5th grader can be bringing home a pillowcase. Let them talk to you about what they've learned. Help them fill their pillowcase with different emergency or disaster supplies.
They need
Yes,
that.
yes,
That
ma'am.
every home needs.
Yes.
And this is just a way to help us help them get those taken care of.
Okay. And start working on a disaster readiness plan. We're going to get ready to go to another break. I thank you all who are listening and who may be watching our Facebook feed live and YouTube. We will be back with more community conversations with Ms. Pamela Knapp-Carver of the American Red Cross. This is your girl, Pamela Harden, and we'll be right back. I'm just gonna watch this timer, or it's going to cut me off. Like when the music changes, and I'm glad he had it set up like that. The key changed, the music changed up, so okay. Let's wrap up this little bit that we're talking about so that we won't get cut off. And then, because because the announcements are gonna come right in. Anyway, whether we're talking or
We're
not.
talking or not, it's not gonna stop for us.
That is a wonderful program. How long has that program been going?
This is our second year. In the first year, we kind of struggled with it,
Okay.
trying to get it implemented. But, and we've had a hard time, teachers have their curriculum
Yes.
and they have schedules. And so trying to get into the school was kind of challenging. And I think this summer, when we got into so many libraries,
Okay.
the teachers started getting about it.
Okay.
So now the teachers are calling us saying
Okay.
we want this in our
Now
school.
they
So
got this. Okay.
So, it's really helped a lot, us getting out and with the kids, seeing so many kids and parents talking about it,
Wonderful.
telling the teachers, so.
Well, anything that I can do, like I'm finally getting a working laptop back today, so I'm gonna do my best to stay more on top of hosting all of these different programs and announcements. There's a piece of paper in the middle of the table. You can reach it. And your pen. Write it. Okay. If you can write your name, email, cell phone number. We have a mailing list, email list to keep you updated on everything that's going on with the station. And then we're going to be starting a text club to also give you upcoming events.
How long has the station been up?
Since January 1st, 2015. So going into about 18 months. Yeah, a little over 18 months. And it's non-commercial, nonprofit. And that's why we do this show, like to help the community become more aware of what's going on around the community.
Right.
We invite nonprofits to come on and share their programs so that people can know what's going on and, let them know, okay, if you want to volunteer, here's where you can go. I am big on volunteering.
Would you like to volunteer?
I do what I can because I have some physical limitations, but I do what I can. I'll stuff an envelope, a phone call, or I'll do whatever I can. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to come back in about 2 seconds.
So if we have something coming up and I want it to come up on, can I just call you?
Yes, ma'am. All right, welcome back to Community Conversations. This is your host, Pamela, and I'm here with Ms. Pam Knapp-Carver of American Red Cross. She works with disaster relief services here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, but she does so much more. She's director of the organization here. We have been having a wonderful conversation about a lot of the exciting programs that they offer and some of the fun things they do for the children. In case you missed it, we talked about they have a program they're going to be doing concerning smoke alarms, where they will go to the residents' home and install a smoke alarm for free or replace old batteries. She didn't have a date and time of that as of yet, but I will make sure to get that information for you and post it as soon as it is available. Also, they have a pillowcase project, and it was inspired after the hit of Hurricane Katrina. And they have partnered with Disney, Walt Disney. They provide pillowcases for the children. They take them to the schools. This summer they implement the program through the libraries, but they're looking to get to the schools, and they serve the 3rd to the 5th graders, and they will be discussing disaster preparedness. So look for the pillowcase project coming. Look for the pillowcase project to be coming to a school near you for your 3rd through 5th grader. Okay, so before we went to break, we were talking about that. And so we were also talking about how volunteers are vital to the success of all of these programs. If anyone wants to sign up to be a volunteer for the American Red Cross, there's so much you can do with the American Red Cross. I mean, okay, we talked about disasters, like we talked about home fires. Recently in Jonesboro, about 2 months ago or so, we had horrible flooding.
Oh my goodness, we sure did.
And so I'm sure you all had to be called out for that as well.
We had a shelter open at Allen Park for almost a week, where we had about 30, a little over 30 residents for that period of time of folks who were unable to get out of and get back into their homes due to the water. The water went down, but their homes were destroyed in many cases, and major damage and so many more. So yes, we were out that night. As a matter of fact, a couple of our volunteers were taken in the back of a dump truck because it was the only thing that would go through the water to get them to the shelter area. And we had folks at the shelter actually before we got there because of the water. The people in the neighborhood were walking water waist deep to get to the shelter area. So yes, we were very busy during that time, and we were making sure that the folks that were affected were taken care of.
You know, when we live in the area, Arkansas is kind of that middle of the states kind of area. We don't get a lot of disaster, but when it hits us hard.
Yes.
And just like with the snowstorms and ice storms, we don't get much, but when we get it hard.
We've had some horrific ice storms in my tenure at the Red Cross. So
I know, I can't remember one, probably eight or so years ago. During that time, my husband was a truck driver, and I was so worried because I couldn't hear from him. I mean, the ice storm was so bad, like the trees were pretty, but once they started breaking, power lines started breaking, roads were closed. Even it's bad when ASU closed.
exactly.
When ASU closes, don't close for anything.
Well, yes, we did. In the Blyville area, that's where I live. It's Blyville. It was like you were hearing roar outside from just the limbs breaking around my neighborhood. So we've had some bad. And the thing is, and this is something that I'm passionate about, and the community needs to hear this, I think, is that during times of disaster, we depend on volunteers to respond and ensure that our clients are taken care of. But in many instances,
I'm sorry, we still have 2.5 minutes, so go ahead. Your final thoughts.
okay, sometimes our volunteers are affected also. So we have to reach out a little further and try to find volunteers that are in the outskirts of the area that's affected, because our volunteers that are local have challenges on their own. So, it may take us a little bit longer to respond than what we like. But, the Red Cross is always going to be there every day, every single day.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming by the studio for sharing this information. And we could talk much longer. I mean, there's so much more to share concerning the American Red Cross. It's not just about donating blood. There is so much more that you offer that people have no idea. And if you want to learn more, go to www.redcross.org and / anything you want to learn about volunteer training, disaster relief, anything. Don't forget about the Veterans Historical Project. If you know anyone who's served in any war, anywhere, please contact the American Red Cross so they can record those stories and share them with the world. And it will be saved it will be located at the Library of Congress.
And it's not going anywhere from there. And it's there for years to come.
Let's record this history so that it can be shared with generations to come. A few side notes. Mr. Cato Wonder will be at KIT on the Midday Show tomorrow with Miss Diane Davis. He'll be discussing the upcoming lip sync battle and other KLK fundraisers. And just some other things, just a little bit more about KLK and what they do for the community. I can't thank you all enough for listening to Community Conversations. Yeah, we started off this ride a little bumpy this morning, but hey, we're a smooth sailing now.
I am so sorry.
No, it is not your fault. Thank you so much, Ms. Pam, for joining us. Thank you, Cato Wonder, for saving me, giving me a lifeboat. And thank you for all of you listeners out there. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for watching our live stream. We will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, August the 9th. Please join us again. This is KLK 102.5 FM.
All right, and it's done.
Publish the stream. Verify the stream name. Oh,
Yeah, Either you stopped the scream or you didn't start it. That's okay.
both.
Just close it out. Just click OK and close it. I mean, I could pull the audio on